Hey YouTube, it's your girl Davina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? It is brush cleaning day, and I wanted to show you this and give you a small demo on how I clean my brushes and store my brushes and all that good stuff about brushes. So, to get started, I found this on Sigma's website. It is a drying rack tower for your eye brushes. They had it on sale for $15 when I bought it, and it comes with all these great things going on, and I keep my brush cleaners doodads in there, and I have a few of them that have suction cups, and I have this one from Miss Barbara's Beauty Bag, thank you, and it's supposed to, you slide it on your fingers. But to start, you want to put your tower together. I put troll stickers on my tower with my son because we love the trolls, and it also will help me remember where everything goes. So they have bigger towers, and they have ones for your face brushes, and basically this down here is to hold the shape of your brushes. And you should store your brushes upside down to dry because you don't want water to get inside of the brushes themselves, inside the barrels, because that can cause bacterial mold, and God have, the worst ideas in the world could happen to your eyes if you end up with mold and bacteria in your brushes. So this is the tower fully assembled. It's a 3-tier. It's supposed to hold 48 brushes, which I don't have 48 eye brushes, but it's still a good idea, right? So let's get started. So what I did is, this is my traditional brush cleaner. I love that it has the large size and the small size, and I got this at the Dollar Tree back in the day. It helped very well with my carpal tunnel, holding it like this in my fingers, because, got the nerve damage, my hands were kind of weak. Then we've got this bad boy here, where you can put it on your fingers, same idea. And we got this girl here, and she's got suction cups, and I figured that'd be great, stick her at the bottom, and we can get started. See, because it doesn't lift up. I got some hot water here, and that's a little too much hot water. You want it to be shallow, not completely filled. If I was using the sink, it'd be different. We leave our water running for the sink, but for this tub, you don't want it to be soaked. And I like these. This is a shampoo bar. I got it at my local Walgreens. No, not Walgreens. I got this at Walmart for $1 in their discount section. The reason I like shampoo bars that are for your hair is because it comes pre-conditioned and it has the soap. Your brushes may be synthetic, but they are hair, and they're dual fiber hairs. This is a Farrah brush that I got from Ipsy, and they need, if you want it to be soft, you're going to have to give it a little THC. And basically you just wiggle around in here and get your little soap on, and you get your little scrub on. You do that a few times. You don't need to build up a suds like you were shampooing your hair, because this is a brush, it's not hair. And when in doubt, I always bring out my little one to just give me a little extra oomph, and that's where the suds come in. But then I can just take that off quite easy. Give it a scrub in there on the sponge. Bring her out. And she is dyed, stained, beautiful purple. Okay? And then you just find you a slot that you feel that it would be appropriate since it has a lot of hair. I'm going to use a larger slot. You just slide it on up in there, like so. And then I slid right past it. So that was a little too big. We'll go a next size down. 1 second. And we're going to go in and bring your brush to there and there. It will hold it in place, and it will dry sitting up. So now you wonder, yes, it is for eye brushes, because I have tried other brushes, and I'm going to show you the Bretman Maroc brush. Give it a little water, because you don't want the soap to go up into your brushes up in here. You don't want that to happen. So that's why you don't dry your brushes upwards in a cup. You know what I mean? So I like to take it like that. And if you're scared that your brushes are not coming clean, if you don't see the water coming clean, just take a little extra water. And I like to take the towel, basically this whole area is a towel, and make sure that it's clean, make sure the soap is out, and make sure that, you know, I like cleaning brushes, so I'm kind of cuckoo. Normally I don't use a dark towel for my brushes. I actually use a white towel, but I'm not going to show you my white towel because I get them at the Dollar Tree, so it's okay. And I wash them by hand to get the makeup out of them. And these are pretty tight, so some of them you will have to force your brush up in there, and others you don't have to, like this one. It fits just perfect. And boom, that's it. And it just like that. For those who don't fit in here and you just want to put them up here, so like this oddball shaped handle, this is a Medusa makeup brush. I just dip a little water. I haven't put soap on any of these brushes. As you see, I'm using the same shampoo that I left on this cleaner, because you don't need a whole lot of shampoo bar. It will save you money, it will save you brushes, it will save you time, like nobody's business, honestly. And not all brushes stay stained. Like Medusa's cleans out perfectly. And you can just squeeze your bad boy, make sure that there's no soap dried off with the towel on the barrel. And then since this is an odd shaped one, it's not going to fit in here, because it's, as you see, it's flat. It's flat and domed and angled. So you would want to put these ones higher, so in between the ribs, and it will still hold it, but you want to put just a little bit higher than the foam. That way it'll dry downwards. And if I am worried about the shape of it, it does fit. Some of the majority of them will fit in here. Once you stretch these out, the majority of your brushes will fit in here. There are only a few brushes, like I said, that are not going to fit. Basically your face brushes, because it's a double-ended brush. These thick barrel brushes will not fit in here at all. That's what the face brush one is meant for. This is just basically for eyeshadow brushes, but it is really a good find. And I just sit my brushes there and let them dry. Move this out the way. And once they dry, I put them in a little caddy like so. So they're ready to go and they're clean. And I learned this from Bretman Rock. Not Bretman Rock, I'm sorry. Brett guy. I'm probably butchering it. He does unboxings of BoxyCharm. That's where I stumbled upon him. He always has a cup next to him when he uses his clean brushes. And when they're dirty, because they're the ones he's using, he puts them in a cup on the side. So these are all the brushes I used out of all my brushes that I cleaned last week. This is all I used for this week. And that's basically because, quarantine life. I would have ended up using all of these because I wouldn't have wanted to clean all my brushes in 1 week. But I literally keep a schedule of every Sunday cleaning my brushes. And if it's not a Sunday, it's a Monday. But once a week, clean your brushes. And if you can't clean them, you've got to find a way to sanitize them. And that's where I was saying, sanitizing is very important. Keeping your eyes safe is very important. So If you're a lazy missy, sometimes we get like that. Get you some cheap rubbing alcohol, because right now I know rubbing alcohol is very scarce in the world. But 50% people don't really want this because it's so low. I use it to clean my brushes on a quick clean. So I'll just take like a half a cap to a bowl, some water, and you want to dilute it because there's no reason in the world to ruin your brushes by having them on such a high amount of rubbing alcohol. And that's why I'm going to say, like this one, blush brush, just as for instance. Now you see that this brush is dirty. You can see her coming off on here. If you own a color switch, that helps too. Get majority of the pigment out, and she should be good to go. You just dab her lightly in your water. I like using the back of my hand when it comes to the rubbing alcohol because I don't want it to go all the way up the brush and into the barrel. And then I will go over it with a washcloth continuously. And this is basically how they do them at the MAC store, because in the Sephora stores, they have their own brush cleaner. I know that our man, what's his name? Goodness, why am I no good with names? I'm really no good with names. I don't even barely remember my own name. But you know what I'm talking about. Oops, just came out with a brush cleaner, makeup of all sizes. But basically, they will wipe their makeup brushes over and over and over and over and over to get them at least sanitized and clean that way. So at least it's sanitized with rubbing alcohol. It's stained, but it's sanitized to the point where you can use it again once it dries and it won't affect your skin. I don't recommend this for long term. It's only for quick times, because long term it's not clean. It's not clean at all. It's just sanitized with rubbing alcohol and water, which will evaporate and dry and all that good stuff, you know. But I can't stop rubbing it because I know it's not clean. But it's you shape it back, give it a nice brush. This is a FEMA brush from Ipsy. You just give it a snap or two, shape it. I used to shape them on the back of my hand sometimes. You know, just dab, dab, dab. Your girl's got a broken wing, so keeping that cool and sexy. And when it comes to these brushes, because I don't have very many of them, I just use one of the larger holes. And you want to do it exactly the way I told you, not upside down like I was doing. I was messing that up. But grab it, and it stretches with your fingers. Pull it in. And do the same thing, because majority of them will fit. And that way you get your shape back, and your brush is secure, and it's going to dry. It's sanitized to at least get you through another week. So thank you, my bees. If you have stuck around this long with me, you know that I do little ins and out videos, and this is one of my little ins and outs, and I hope you enjoyed it. And also, I wanted to point out the color switch. A lot of you guys, I don't know, know properly how to clean the color switch. You need to clean it because all that yucky eyeshadow is in the bottom of your color switch. You see that? So the best way to do a color switch is you want to dab all that out as much as you can. You don't have to worry about it, honestly, because you're going to wipe this out with a dry paper towel. I take this along with my thing here, my little bucket of water, and just give it a little squish. Give it a little scrub with some soap, because you want to sanitize everything for the week ahead, and that includes your color switch. Don't neglect the things that you love the most. We love these color switches because of their easy access to, you know, having our brushes ready to be used. Like, we can use the same brush over and over again, but you don't want to ever neglect your color switch and not clean it and then end up with an eye infection of some sort from transferring germs from your color switch to your clean brushes. And that is it. You just, as easy as that. And you can see that it's nice and clean. Some of them are stained. That happens. And just like your beauty blenders, you take your color switches on on a small towel, and you just roll it up and squeeze it. Ooh, my broken wing hurts. But you squeeze that color switch with all your might, get all the water out. You can also see the water droplets in there. You know, just pat them out and set this off to the side to drain and dry. And I like to stick it in between some brushes to hold it there to dry until the next day, because everybody will be dry tomorrow. It'll be dry in like 4 hours. So if you're interested in this, I don't have a code. I just stumbled upon it. It is a Sigma 48 drying tower for the eye brushes. And if you can ever catch it on sale, like I did, 50% off, I don't see why not. It is a good way of training yourself to discipline yourself and cleaning your brushes. Self-care is health-care. Health-care is also keeping up with your body and your brushes. And that's about it, my busy bees. I'm going to continue cleaning the rest of my brushes and get ready for bed. Also, if you do stumble upon them, I forgot to show you the book. This is the 48. You can get them the 44 big brush and then stack them all together and make the ultimate brush drying rack. So cool, right? And it'll hold up to 68 brushes once you do that. And that was the easy instruction manual. I just kept it in the box. And I will see you all in the next video. Share the love. And always keep it sexy. Also, when you do your brushes on a daily basis, wash your mask. You keep this close to your face. If you suffer from any acne with your mask, that's why. Because you're not taking a moment of your time. I don't recommend throwing them in the washing machine. If you want to lose your material, you do it. But if you don't want to ruin your material, just do it the same way. Scrub it with your makeup scrub. And as you see, look at that makeup coming off. It's coming out just from rubbing it on this little Dollar Tree unicorn. Give it a rinse. Of course, I'm going to rinse it more thoroughly than this. But just for video's sake, you rinse it and then you hang it up on, I use one of those kitty hangers to hang it up and let it dry, and it's ready to go for the next day. And I don't suffer from any acne. As you guys see, you all mentioned how beautiful my skin is, and I wear a mask every day. Not every day, but every time I go out the door, I wear a mask and sunglasses. And along with your sunglasses, you've got to wipe them down with hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, soap and water is just fine. You've got to wash everything nowadays. So don't feel weary and upset when you get acne. Just take a moment and reevaluate what you're doing with your life. If you haven't taken a minute to put some thick cream on your heels when you put your face mask on, wash your mask, wash your brushes, and bless yourself. And continue having a beautiful weekend. I adore you. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.